Hey, how are you guys doing? So I just wanted to do some video today, just a quick video. Well, I always say quick, but I'm a talker, so. Okay, I wanted to talk a little bit about red flags, right? Now, I think that we all probably have our own red flags or things that we consider to be red flags. But I just thought it would be interesting to just kind of see what Google says about what their red flags are. Now, on this channel, I have already spoke out about things that I consider to be no-goes for me. Just, more than a red flag, like absolutely cannot get past. But then, of course, there are things that are obviously red flags, but maybe they're not a red flag to you. I was talking with a friend today earlier. It kind of made me laugh. It kind of made me think about basically have you ever wondered, are you just a big walking red flag? I mean, because certain things you think that you would think they are a red flag, and they are a red flag, but to one person, I guess it's not quite as big of a red flag as it would be to somebody else, right? Anyway, I just thought it's interesting because of the fact the sun is in my eyes. I just think it's interesting because, you got to be aware of red flags, right? Because, I mean, every day is not guaranteed. And I think that we kind of want to spend our time with, whatever time we have left, we want to spend it with people that we love, people that we care about, right? And we want to have a real connection. We want to have, real chemistry, right? Because you hear me say this all the time, that chemistry is one of those things that you can't buy it, and you can't order it on Amazon. And just because you see somebody that you think you like or whatever, that doesn't mean you have real chemistry with them. And sometimes people have straight friend vibes, friend kind of chemistry, right? And then there's friend, family, you can tell somebody's part of your family kind of thing. And then there's that real connection, real vibes, that real attraction, attraction. That's something that you just can't buy. Sometimes you get that feeling. I feel like you might get that feeling, or you might have that real attraction or chemistry, but with someone who's a walking red flag. And it's what is going on here, So anyway, I'm just putting it out there to, kind of let's talk about what some of these red flags are, okay? I'm just going to go according to the list on Google, see? So let's just see what Google has to say. It's kind of in my eyes. It's kind of not. It's kind of... The sun is kind of it's kind of blocking me. How about that? A little bit. Okay. Sorry if my face looks crazy. All right. So let's see. Men that, okay, I'm just going to say red flag. These are red flags in anybody, really. These are really red flags in anybody. If they disrespect your boundaries, red flag. Controlling behavior, red flag. He gets too serious too quickly, red flag. Ish. And yes, that can absolutely be a red flag. But when there is chemistry between two people, and especially when they are older or more mature, when you're young and you are not sure of yourself, you don't know yourself very well, then absolutely, falling hard, too fast is definitely a red flag. When you get older, fast is relative, right? Because the more you get to know yourself, the more you kind of know what you like and what you don't like. And that just comes with maturity. That comes with age. That comes with experience, right? So if you are a person who you already know, if you're already wifey, okay, if you're already wifey material, whatever, and you get good chemistry with somebody who is very husbandly, or let's just say he's set up, meaning he has a place, he has a house, he has a car, whatever, he has a job, whatever, he's established or whatever. So the relationship could move kind of quickly, or what might seem quick, It might seem quick to some people, like 6 months to a year might seem quick, but when two people who have chemistry already like know, they're already like set up, they know each other, they know themselves really well, and there's already chemistry there. Yeah, you know, that might seem quick to some people, but not to people who are grown, who are older, who definitely are already established and everything, you know. I would say even me and my first husband, we were young and not established, and we were definitely saying I love you and everything, and I knew in my gut and in my heart that he was going to be my husband. I already knew it. I actually knew it really quickly, because I felt like God told me, you know. I kind of knew it, and it just took us a lot of time to actually make it happen, because we were younger and we were not established, but the love was definitely there. So anyway, again, I just think that the quickly thing can kind of be, you know, I think like if someone gets crazy about you in a month and they get real crazy over you, or like in a week or something, like that's definitely crazy. That's definitely a red flag, okay? But 6 months to a year, especially the older you are, more mature you are, you know, I don't think that's quick, okay? Okay, let's see. It says, let's see, jealousy. Oh, if they have a lot of stories of crazy exes. Now, imagine if you meet somebody, yeah, and he says all his exes are crazy. Let's even, you know, or let's just say you meet somebody and he's been married like 5 times. And according to him, they're all 5 women are all crazy. Red flag. That's a red flag. That is for sure a red flag, okay? So you might want to think about that one. And like for me, in my case, my ex or my first husband passed away, and I don't think my second husband is crazy by any means. We still talk, and we definitely have, you know, I mean, when I say we talk, we don't talk like every day, but we have an open relationship, and I talk with the family and the kids. I definitely talk, you know, with the kids and everything, and everything is okay and fine. And I don't think he's crazy by any means. I think we butt heads. And we argued when we were dating. We used to argue like brother and sister. And when we got married, we argued like brother and sister too. So that's all there is to that. So he's not crazy. I mean, you know, and again, when I say crazy, I mean like legitimately, like I'm not over here gonna be like, oh, he's crazy and he's gonna try to kill me, or he's like on medication. No. But if you ask me if I'm crazy, yeah, I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy, but I know my crazy, and I'm just like, okay, the difference to me is I accept my crazy, and I accepted it early on, and what I consider, you know, like whatever, and I like to, you know, be open about my crazy, like here it is, this is my crazy, whatever, this is what it is, this is how I am, whatever, very, very upfront about it, and in the beginning, because it's kind of like, I would like to scare you off right away, because I don't want to deal with you. I don't want you getting shocked by my crazy like later on, because I can be intense. I absolutely can be intense, and I absolutely can be like very, 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 you know, when I have a goal or have something that I'm trying to get done or whatever, I can be very one-track mind. I want to get this done, so I can zoom in, kind of thing. I know what my crazy is though. Like I know my crazy, and my ex-husband would definitely say that, you know, we joked all the time, just like me and my first husband who passed away. We would joke, and I always say like, we know each other's crazy. So it's like, yeah, everybody has like a little crazy or whatever you want to say crazy. But then there is definitely like crazy. Like you need to be institutionalized crazy. Like you need a little bit of extra help to, you know, keep you from breaking with reality. Okay. And that is just, you know, maybe like, you know, true mental instability. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Okay. And there's, you know, but that could be a red flag if the person that you're dealing with is not prepared to handle that type of a thing. Okay. So, but everybody is deserving of love. Everybody is deserving of love, and everybody is deserving of kindness and, you know, nurturing. Okay, so like, yeah, it's just, you got to be upfront about these things, I think, in the very beginning, so that they don't come back to bite you. Okay. Oh, my hair is so poofy. I did wash my hair today, so I really do have like poofy hair today. Okay, let's see. Control issues. Yeah, he avoids communicating about conflict. Oh, I don't like this one. I don't like avoiders. I do not like avoidant personality. I do not like it. Because I am not an avoidant personality myself, right? However, I am the type of person that if I feel like my blood is boiling, or you making my blood boil, or you upsetting me or whatever, I don't want to be disrespectful, so I will break from the conversation, and I will say, I need a break, or I'll come back and talk with you in a minute. Like, I'll get back to you, but I need a minute. Okay, that's respectful, because that's like, look, I am going to continue this conversation later, or tomorrow, or after I think about it, I have time to cool down, or whatever. That's not being avoidant. That is just keeping your, knowing your boundaries, basically, But a person who's just like, oh, I don't want to talk about this, I don't want to talk about it ever, or let's pretend it didn't exist, or, if you've been having conflict and then for like 3 days straight, and then all of a sudden it's like, here's some flowers, can I jump into bed with you? Can we just pretend like we didn't just have conflict for like, the last 3 days arguing? No, that's like not okay. Like, that's like, that's called avoiding. That's avoiding conflict. And people who avoid conflict, I mean, that's not good. That's not healthy. That is definitely a red flag, because see, every relationship, I mean, just getting married, you will have some sort of conflict. Like marriage, or being with anybody, or integrating integrating two lives together requires compromising, requires, a lot of give and take. And for that to happen successfully, one person can't feel like they're more in love than the other. The other person can't feel like they're overgiving, like they're overgiving, or, like the other person's not giving them enough attention or whatever. For it to be successful and for there not to be issues, you definitely need to think about this. It takes a lot of compromising. Okay, so it can be done. It absolutely can be done. A lot of us were raised by parents who successfully stayed married and in love. and during conflict, during hard times, and during good times, through sickness and in health, and through rich and poor, when there's true chemistry, when there's real chemistry, and there's real genuine, there's like love, there's chemistry, there's attraction, it doesn't really matter like how old the person, like as you guys grow old together, it doesn't matter like the looks, because it's an inside pull. It's like an inside pull, So, I got off on a tangent. Let me get back to the list. Okay, he avoids communicating about conflict. Let me just read whatever it says about that. Let's see. He may ignore you, give you the silent treatment, or hang up on you if he's not getting his way. Oh, I don't like that. I do not like that trait in a man. I mean, I really don't like that trait in a man. That's me personally. I don't think it's cute in a girl either, but at least I feel like if a girl hangs up or does a little bit of that, like she's being a little dramatic, and I feel like, females can be a little dramatic, but I don't like that trait in a man. I don't like that. Someone who just hangs up or who gets dramatic with you or gets real mood, like that's moody. That's moody. That's being a drama king. I don't like that in a man, for sure. I don't like that in a man. But I don't think a man would really like that in a woman either. I mean, it's one thing, again, if you're feeling badgered, or you're feeling, like yelled at or disrespected or whatever, that's one thing to take your leave and just say, we're going to talk about this later. But then the other person has to respect your boundary if you say that, okay, and let you take your leave. But if they don't let you take your leave, then, that's annoying. That's badgering. That's what that is, okay? But avoiding communication about conflict, that's what it says. It literally says communicating, it says he may ignore you or give you the silent treatment. So silent treatment is wrong. It's not right. Silent treatment is not right. First of all, even the Bible says, do not let the sun set without making amends. Okay? So if that's the way you're supposed to be anyway, you certainly should be that way with your partner. So you're not supposed to even let the sun set. But But maybe due to feelings and emotions getting too heated or whatever, then sometimes people do need to calm down. Okay? I give some time for that. But not silent treatment. Not ignoring each other, not answering the phones, or not coming home, people who don't come home or something like that. That's wrong. That's immature. That's ridiculous. No. That's a no-no. Okay, let's see. It says, the next thing on the list says he has mood swings. Okay, yeah, I was just talking about moody. Love bombing. I've talked a lot about love bombing. You know, especially if he likes to buy you a lot of things in the beginning of a relationship, like here, you know, he's always buying you something and a lot of stuff. Like, it's okay to get gifts. You know, it's okay if gift giving is your love language, but if a person is like always buying you something or feels like he has to always give you money because he feels like he wants to keep your attention, you know, and that's the only way he can do it is by putting out his wallet or whatever, you know, that's part of love bombing. And that's a red flag. It is a red flag. That is definitely a red flag, because then you're going to feel indebted to him, and you may feel even indebted to act in a certain way that maybe you didn't really want to. Okay? I've been guilty of that one myself. Like, I have fell for that. Refusal to acknowledge mistakes. They are disrespectful to their parents. Ooh, that's not good. Anger management issues. Oh, I don't deal with no anger management. I mean, I don't deal with no... I personally don't deal with any man who has major anger issues, and especially if, you know, trying to raise a fist to me or raise any kind of hand to me. Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that. You got one opportunity to do it, because you won't get another opportunity, because this chick right here, like, I'll be out the door. Like, I don't put up with that. I definitely don't. But I never have I didn't deal with that with my parents and stuff. Like, I didn't grow up in a crazy household with, you know, people, you know, hurting each other or trying to, you know, put hands on each other. No, we don't do it. Okay, let's see. Bad relationships with friends or family. That's another red flag. Let's see. Gaslighting. If he doesn't have long-term friends. And inconsistent communication. This is a big one for me. Inconsistent communication. So, let's see if I can... Yeah, I'm gonna click on this one. It says inconsistent communication. Watch out if someone oscillates between being distant and then showering you with attention. This, yeah, so that's, I don't want to click on the actual article. I don't want to go further, but this inconsistent communication is a big deal to me, because it's kind of like, if I don't hear from you, like, you know, months at a time, or, you know, and like, you know, or even weeks, like, okay, 3-4 weeks go by, and then all of a sudden you want to call me and see how I'm doing. Why? Because your other person is not dealing with you? Or, like, you know, it's like you don't even know if I'm dead or alive. Or, well, obviously because I'm over here, you know, you might see me post something, so you're like, okay, she's alive or whatever. But that doesn't mean that I'm okay. I recently had a friend that I talked to, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago. And I was like, you know, I don't know, he was asked how I was doing or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I had to go get checked out at the hospital for something, nothing major. But, let's see, this was, I don't know, maybe this is a month or so ago, I can't remember. But anyway, I wasn't there for very long, I was only there for a few hours, but it was the point that it was like, what if it was something? What if it was something serious? Or what if you do have something serious that you need to go, like for example, I myself, a couple years ago, like, it was about 4 years ago, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, when my blood pressure went high, I went in and got checked and found out I actually had a stroke. I didn't have a stroke at that particular time, but it was like an old one, but they saw it. They just said that I had one, I guess, in that year prior. Sometime in the year prior, they said. Sometimes people have them and they don't even know, and your body just heals from it already, you know, and you don't have any signs of it or whatever. But the point is that things like that happen and you just don't know. And if you're not checking on your friends or family, you're not checking on your people or anybody who you think is supposed to be your person, and they're your person and you don't check on them, like you don't actually like check on them, I mean, they could be in a hospital, they could be in a car accident, anything happen, like things happen and they happen fast. Like literally you could be talking to somebody one minute and the next minute, you know, and that's even what happened with my first husband. My first husband went into the gym, he worked out in You know, he had a heart attack. We had a whole list of things that we wanted to get done that day. Well, I had a list of things that I had written down on a piece of paper that we were going to get done and do that day. And I wanted him to hurry up and go to the gym and come back so we could do everything we needed to do. And he never came back. Like, that's how life works. So, you know, you got to check on your people. You can't be going weeks at a time, days at a time, or whatever, like inconsistent communication. No, if you are serious about somebody, or you love them, or you care about them, or you're interested in them, or you want to go to the next level with them, to me, I mean, I definitely look at communication and inconsistency and communicate. I definitely look at that as a red flag, because I just look at it as like, okay, they're not interested in me. They don't want to talk to me anymore. So whatever. And I look at it as, okay, we're done. That's how I look at it. So I mean, because communication to me is a part of quality time. So yeah, that's how I look at that. And I think that most people look at that inconsistent communication. Because like, if you're not even a part of my life, or you don't even try to be a part of my life, or you're not even over here trying to find out how my life is going, but every so often, okay, then that's just what you are, is just a friend, or a long lost, you know, yeah, a friend, yeah, like a long lost friend, but not a relationship status person. No, if you're trying to get to a relationship status with somebody, definitely, if they're giving you inconsistent communication, yeah, you can give that up, because somebody else is communicating with them. That's really what's going on. Somebody else is communicating with them, pretty much. That's just what it is. Okay, anyway. Let's see. Substance abuse. Okay, yeah, substance abuse. And I mean, even that green tree therapy, if you're abusing any substance too much to take away your reality, or to help you cope with your reality, if you are drinking too much, if you are gambling too much, if you are anything that is escapism, anything that you are, if you are escaping, or if you're trying to escape or not deal with life by smoking your life away, drinking your life away, shooting up whatever else, whatever, pill popping, drinking whatever, all of that, okay, all of that is a red flag. That's a red flag, because that's really a person who is not dealing with their life skills. So, you know, I understand some people, you know, whatever, you want to do what you want to do every so often, you want to go out and have a good time, okay, but if you are every single day, you are literally leaning on, you know, smoking, getting high, drinking, gambling, or anything like that, that becomes, you know, an addiction. That's an addiction. I know for me, that's a red flag, and I don't want you anywhere near me. I'm not trying to deal with that. First of all, I'm not trying to spend no money, excess money on addictions, okay? I'm not this chick. I don't want to do that. I'm not trying to, you know, waste money on dumb stuff like that. That's number one. But number two, you can't get close to God. You can't get close to God and have your mind always clouded and messed up. And also, when you have addictions and your mind is always like high or on stuff or whatever, you are lowering your frequency, dropping your frequency, opening yourself up to the devil, wicked spirits, and wicked energies, and different things. Yeah, no. And people make bad decisions, very bad decisions. When you are addicted to stuff, you make bad decisions while you're high or whatever. And I mean, think about it. People who drink and drive, and then they end up getting in an accident or whatever, and if they kill somebody, like, that's not good. That's not okay. That is not good. You have to live with that for the rest of your life. If you murdered somebody because you decided to get in the car high or you know, drunk, no, that is not like behavior that's okay with God. Like, he says no, God says no, God says that's a no, okay? And so for me personally, if that's something that you do, or something that you know, like, if that is, to me, that's a red flag. And I'm gonna have to definitely, like, keep you over in friend zone for sure, you know, if that, depending on how negative and how bad that is. Because I'm not gonna hang out with somebody who is always addicted and high or whatever, because the next thing you know, they're gonna want me to be addicted and high, and that's just not happening. I decided a long time ago, just like I told my kids, you have to be like firm on your boundaries, like, you know, what you will do and what you won't do, okay? And one thing I won't do is open my mind up to the devil and just let anybody go dump anything inside of it. No. Because when I pray and everything, I need to hear what he is saying to me. I need to hear what God is saying to me about whoever, whatever, and everything, right? So I also need my blessings, and I need to have Holy Spirit around me. I can't be over here just allowing anybody in my, energy and stuff like that. So no, addictions is bad. Yeah, addictions is definitely a red flag. And if somebody's hiding that from you, they're hiding addictions, that's a red flag. Because again, they're still not dealing with it. They're still not dealing with it. Now, when you look at a person's eyes, okay, I think most people know this, but some people don't. It took an experience for me to understand this or to know this, but the pupils in your eyes will expand and get large or get real small, pin drop, when you're on pills. So some pills and some drugs will make your pupils of your eyes get big, and some will make them get small. Either one, you're on a substance, okay? Either one. You can't control the pupils of your eyes enlarging or getting small. Now, if you notice somebody's pupils getting enlarged and small in the middle of an argument, or when they're acting a little strange or whatever, if you look it up, there is a term, it's called schizophrenic eyes. Schizophrenic eyes. It's a term. I looked this up because something I experienced, and I just typed in, because I never seen anybody's pupils get large, small. I mean, until I did. When I did see it, I was like, okay, I didn't, and I saw that without the person putting anything in their mouth or, drinking or anything, or shooting up or anything like that. So, like, I didn't understand how that was possible. When I looked it up, it said schizophrenic eyes. So, but in general, when you're dealing with someone, if their pupils of their eyes are large or small or whatever, yeah, they're probably on something. Now, it could be prescribed. Okay? But that's just something to keep an eye out, I mean, because everybody always thinks when people are on drugs, they always think of the typical, scratching too much, they're feeling, or, that kind of thing. Okay, I mean, but sometimes there's other little subtle signs, and you may not quite notice it right away or whatever, but like the eyes is definitely something that people can't hide that, okay? And when you see that or whatever, just, keep that in mind. Okay, it says, on the list here, it says they fail to keep promises. People who have substance abuse and who are addicted to stuff, they definitely tend to fail to keep promises. Nothing is ever his fault. Nothing is ever their fault. Like somebody who cannot take responsibility for whatever the case is, whatever's going on, it's never their fault. Bashing their ex all the time, that kind of thing is definitely not good. Being overly critical or judgmental of others, not good. Being secretive. Oh, goodness gracious. Anybody who's secretive, he's a player. Just go on ahead and just recognize that you're dealing with a player if they're being secretive. Now, if they're being secretive because they want to surprise you about something that's different, they want to have a surprise gift for you. They want to have a surprise party for you or something like that, they want to surprise you with a night out or whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone who is like straight up always secretive about everything from their phone, where they're going, where they're at, what they're doing, their schedule, stuff like that. Okay, that's a man who's living a double life or has another life. He has another wife, a child, or family on the side or whatever. That's a definite red flag. Absolutely a red flag. If he's being secretive, just let him keep his secrets and move on. Okay, because move on to the next. Keep your little secrets and move on to the next. Okay, so for sure. So those are the red flags that Google had listed here, and I just think that this is interesting. It's always good to go over red flags and what's actually red flags. There could be other red flags again that are just red flags to you, and things that are just no-goes for you. And but those are things that you want to think about, prior to, engaging really in a relationship. And some things just come with experience. Sometimes over time with experience, you just kind of start to get to know, like, okay, this is a red flag for me. This is something that I definitely can't deal with, And so, anyway, bye.